I'm all about putting the pieces together. Mosaic is community, right? I think one, it's like the way quilting attracts people, that so many people can participate in a building of a quilt. So many people can participate in the building of a mosaic, a community mosaic. And it's so friendly and so open, and you don't have to be really good at it to do it. Everybody can do it. It just feeds community. I don't know, the metaphor of mosaic fills so many different areas. I used it initially being multiracial, but myself was a mosaic. My whole family is a mosaic. There's so many different cultures within my family. And it's also a healing art form. So this building was built by Cap Wigington, who was the first African-American city architect in the U.S. and St. Paul's city architect for, I think, 35 years. He designed most of the park's buildings in St. Paul. We have a little store. We sell all the materials you need for mosaic. We teach classes. I have a classroom downstairs, and then behind me is our studio.
Okay.
So anybody can come in. You can just walk in and work on a project. I got started when I was in graduate school. I was a bead artist at that point, and I was doing little teeny tiny seed beads, building forms and then covering them in seed beads, life-size forms in seed beads. So it was really slow, really labor-intensive, and also beads are expensive. So I was running out of money. And I was losing my eyesight because I was spending all my time focused right in here in this little space, and then I'd look up and I couldn't see. And so I decided, I think I need to do something that's a little faster, a little bigger. And I went to the library at school and found this book about this guy in Los Angeles who built Watts Tower. It's just this amazing piece of art. And I thought, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I just went back to, started dumpster diving and collecting things and breaking them, and yeah, that's how I started.
So you have to break stuff to make mosaics?
Well, I did that. I didn't have tools,
okay.
So I broke stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that one is about my divorce, I believe. And a lot of other things. That was a really great piece. It only took me 2 days to do it, but I didn't sleep. I was just working nonstop. I was constantly thinking about it. It's got my face, but whenever I look at it, I think it's my dad.
Mm-hmm.
We look a lot alike, but every time I walk by, it's like, there's my dad looking at me. So I am multiracial. My dad was half black and half Native American, Choctaw, Mississippi, Choctaw, and so a lot of it is like ancestral feeling. My grandmother died when I was 6 years old. I only met her once. I don't have any connection in the way. She didn't live on the reservation. She was adopted off the reservation when she was 3. So I don't have any of the cultural connection in that way. It's just more through what I feel. And I am a really intuitive artist. So everything I do is by how I feel, which can be overwhelming sometimes. So I don't remember how much I drew out. I knew that I wanted to have more imagery coming up the sides, along and underneath the calligraphy. And that part I didn't plan. That part I just let once I got to the language, okay, this is what I feel like is supposed to be here. I do a lot of research, so I'm constantly looking at books, and still old books and not the internet.
There are flowers in the mosaic that very much look like native beadwork. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
That was definitely a plan. And even though it's not my tribe, we live here in Minnesota, and I felt it was really important that they be represented here. I know Natchez uses them a lot in her work, and I always feel a little bit like, I'm sorry, doesn't belong to me, but I feel like I'm being respectful. I really loved making that piece. I really loved it. It was one of my favorite pieces to do. So I hope that you feel the love that I put into it for everyone. My motto is big love for you, and I think that I try and put that in all the work that I do. First, we both heard about each other, and then she came into my shop and was like, love at first sight, like, oh, I love you right away. And yeah, she's wonderful. I love her.